Hi, welcome to the new video. I am Rohit Desai, co-founder of JB Experts. In this video, we are going to reply to Mr. Madhusudan Das' comment. So here, Mr. Madhusudan is asking, Sir, as an exporter in India, which bank provides the best service for export business with low remittance, currency conversions, LC advising charges in your wave? And it's like, I want to start an export business. Please share your opinion. It will be help for me. Okay, so it's a response for you, Mr. Madhusudan. So what I suggest, this is not sponsored. We have not got any money from any of the banks to promote their services. These are the banks whom I personally use, and I also hold multiple position in multiple companies. Whenever I get a position in any companies, I go first as saying that, okay, who is your banker? Because whenever you want to work in a export import business, the first comes is like, okay, who is your banker, what are the services he provides, and what are the supports that you get from them, and various other benefits. Okay, so let's go with the first options. What I have is, my first preference is ICICI Bank. So the account which I hold normally is Open Global Trade Account or One Trade Account. Okay, so Global Trade Account is something which gives you all-in-one platform, so which will help you for day-to-day operations, remittance, services, and various other things. So when it comes to like what do you say? I don't say they are cheaper in point of conversions, as it's as like, okay, low conversions fees. They are not cheap, but they have a very good robust system. They can tell you the prices on a call itself, because you'll be having a dedicated manager who is going to be on a call saying that whenever you have something, and they come from a forex team. We are not talking to any Tom, Dick and Harry in the bank who doesn't even had any experience in forex before. So these are all well-trained team will be having. Again, I don't know which location you have been working in, and which part of India you're in. So basically it always depends on saying that, okay, what is a branch, is it a head branch or a sub branch, or how good is it, a tier 1 city or a tier 2 or a tier 3 or a village or something like that. So when you categorize all of this, maybe the service level may change, because the people who work in that industry or that branch may be not so professionals, or I can say, because it's all on personal level, because I ever got the best services from ICICI Bank whenever I need something, because I work with one single bank, and whenever I work with any individuals, if I like them and if they are keep moving with multiple banks due to various, like, okay, they have changed the job or something, then yeah, obviously I'm willing to work with them. The only reason is like they have always provided me the best service possible, and it was always in my better interest. There is nothing other thing which I always say. But when you are asking this, saying that, okay, which is the bank is a perfect bank for me? So what I can say is, if you are looking for a robust service, everything online, and I don't want to go to playing this, okay, branch to branch. So many times what happened here is, I have seen my parties, clients who going to bank just to get a AD code paper, just to get an AD code registrations. They want some authorizations letters or some kind of even the shift code. Even the shift codes were not provided. Even when it comes to Axis Bank and all, they just say that, sir, you need to submit this document, only then we can give a shift code. Or else IDFC banks gives me on my checkbook itself. So there are a lot of things comes into picture. How do the bank operates, or even on your app, you will be having everything in hand. So ICICI Bank, one is the best thing is they have everything on the single platform. You can submit all the documents. You can get an approval online. All the documentations, whatever it is, invoicing, remittance, outward, everything is just settled on just here. Look, if you look at just log into the system, you have everything right here. You don't need to go to the branch all the time. And you will see the conversion rates if you want to do the remittance and all of it, because we have not reached to the course of that, okay, where we are discussing banking. This is just a thing because we got a comment for a response, so we are doing it. So when we are discussing on banking system, how do you hire a bank, that is where we are going to go in detail. But on a short form, if I have to tell, go with ICICI Bank if you want a robust services. When it comes to, like, your question was something like, okay, who provides me the low remittance or perfect thing on LC advising or anything. So this is the best service if I ever got from a banking system. ICICI Bank is pretty good. They are robust. They have a very good service, and the key account manager assignment is very, really very great. And when it comes to saying that, okay, what kind of account you can go to trade. If you are main, what is your primary business? See, either you are an exporter or an importer, which is one of the primary business. Okay, 80% is the export. Okay, then you are a primary exporter. Okay, 80% is my import, then you are an importer. So based on that, you can pick the options here. If you can look for the services, because you can apply for it, trade current account, export financing, you get pre, post and as well as LC discounting. And then you have robust services for the, what do you call, every services. But I don't know whether they before on this website, they had a price chart where normally that was something which would have been good if I would have shown it. But I have asked my manager, because I just came off to office today, so I thought to respond to it. But what I'll do is I can put it into a comment box if I get a link of that paper or something, or else I'll publish it on my website. You can go and download from there the whole price list. What are the charges they are going to charge you for this account? Okay, this is one of my primary advice to go with ICICI Bank. One is online, second is not so cheap but always good service, third is like response is on time. Whenever you call them for something, they will respond and come back to you. That is the good part of it. Okay, so you can see a number of services, and even if you are importer, you will get all of the other services, even advising, all of that. Okay, so I don't get to see a lot of much details over here, but still it would be better for you to just apply here, say it as apply now, and they will call you. You can check all the pricings, and even they may ask you to visit a branch or something which has a AD code registration. So go and get it done. So the second bank which I'm going to advise you is the Kotak Bank. So here I get a free structure. So fee structure is right here. It's a GTC, which is a global trade account. So here you can see the benefits. They don't have it online, so you have to submit it offline. All the documentation to be submitted offline. So either you have to go and submit it, or else you have to do a courier. Okay. So one-stop solutions, I have never seen the online systems and all of it. Not so robust, but prices are good. Prices are always good. So smooth transaction, inward remittance, value-added services, taxations, enterprising, workplace, marketing solutions, digital media and all of it. But when it comes to dedicated manager, they also have a dedicated manager. Even the relationship what I have with Kotak, it's just a phone call. Himanshu is the person who handles my account, but yeah, it is just like a call. I get the whole update, and their reporting manager also calls you every month. Sir, how is the service? What's happening? Do you need any support? If the prices are okay. On service point of view, if I have to tell you, comparing to ICICI, Kotak is better. On my experience, you may have a different opinion, but as per my opinion, Kotak has a better service in point of customer relation. In ICICI Bank, only if I call them, they will give me advice. That's all. But when it comes to Kotak, they keep a relation on regular basis. They understand each and every pain what we are going through. They say like, sir, you tell me what's the pain, what's the problem here, why the remittance has been like, you've been doing the business from long time, why are you not giving the business to us or something like that. So they always put the client first, and they understand the issues, and they will try to fix it. Sometimes I have got the best prices than any other bank in Kotak. So there are possibilities of that. So you can go and check. Transparent, and the most important thing is the transparency. The Kotak guys gives you the best pricing, and they stand by their words. Whatever the charges they have, that's all very clearly mentioned. They don't charge you anything else. But when it comes to HDFC or any other bank, I don't say it, they do it, but my experience is horrible with HDFC. They have looted, if I have to tell you. The prices are too high, and miscommunications, prices are not transparently mentioned. When my LC amount has already hit the account, I see there is a unnecessary debits. Then they come back saying that, okay, these are the charges, which is the additional thing. So a lot of, see, it's not that I say that, okay, bank has done something wrong with me, but they don't go transparently saying that these are the charges that you are going to occur. They just keep it in a hidden thing. Once the remittance to your account, then you get to see that, okay, why my amount has come down. Then the manager will explain saying that, sir, these are the things that we are charging it on you. So that was something which has to be supposedly disclosed first. No, sir, it's a relation. We are a bank, we are that, we are this. See, whatever the goodwill you have, it could be different thing. But when I am an exporter, when I am trying to export my products and I have to earn from it, you cannot take 30,000-40,000 from it. I've seen people, the HDFC Bank mainly, they have taken so much of money that even I didn't have that much of profit in those businesses. So these are the pain. Instead of I said like, even I remember I was having a conversation with that manager. I don't even know whether he's a deputy or he's a branch manager. I was having a word. I said like, why don't you put me on an employment on HDFC Bank? Because I don't see that I'm earning for myself. I'm earning from you guys. When I feel that, okay, bank, I'm working for a bank or I'm working for someone else, then it's better I be on your payroll instead of me running a business, taking all the loan, risk, everything and exporting the products. And later I get to see that, okay, I made less the money than the bank. See, bank is a service provider. You cannot be the owner of the company, right? The money what you guys are being taken off, that is not something acceptable. And moreover, the manager, I've been in the business for more than 20 years. The manager is explaining how the money trail works. I was like, boss, don't give me crap. So end of the day, what matters is why you have debited this money, where you have disclosed this. Then he brings up some weird PDF files, which is there is no date. I said him, where is the online copy? There is no online copy. Then I have to complain, then the things didn't got started. So we close the account. The simple thing is, if the bank doesn't work for you, then close the bank. That's it. You don't need to work for the bank. The banking system should be helpful for us. That's the whole intention. Whenever you want to open an account, especially for Madhusudan, if you're getting new, the only thing is look for the bank who supports you, not the other way around. Whatever they say, like, okay, it could be pre-shipment, post-shipment, credits, LC, everything should be there. If that's not happening, then ask them to get lost. However good naming they have. HDFC is a very good name in the banking system. But the service level these days, I don't know, they are literally crap. I don't say that, okay, they are not a worthy people for me on my opinion. If you may have a different opinion, I don't bother about it. But for me, it was a torture. I don't work with that bank anymore. And I don't even have my savings account with them. Current account is a last thing what I can think of them. The price is high. Unethical, miscommunication, hidden prices are there, no transparency at all, the prices are not disclosed on the front. So these are the issues which we have normally faced with HDFC Bank. That's my opinion. You may have a different opinion, or if you are working with HDFC Bank, good for you. And I'm not saying anything bad about the company, about the bank, but it's my experience. I am dissatisfied customer of HDFC Bank. Okay, that's one thing. Second comes is the smooth transactions, shift process, trading. When we are into export-import business, shift process is very important. And how much we are paying for it and how the routings. See, I don't want to know where the HDFC Bank is trading the money with. Is it the Standard Chartered Bank, or is it the money is being, is there some other middle player in the banking system? I don't bother about it. End of the day, you need to tell me what's the charger as an exporter I'm going to occur. If I'm doing a 10 lakh rupees value of export, how much is the banking charges for me? That should be very critical and very clearly mentioned. If not, then you need to tell me how much is the price. Your conversion prices are very different. You have a conversion benefits, you have a transaction benefits, you're taking everything from me and then you're giving me nothing. So if you are picking up banking system, then make sure these are things is being taken to the account and you discuss according to the same. Because these tips, what I'm saying you, please take a note of it. Whenever you go to a bank, please understand all the commercials and you take it in writing, because that's their right to give. If I want to operate with you, give me everything prices in writing, or else don't work with them. Verbal promises are valued nothing. It's close to zero. Even he could be a zonal manager, even he could be a branch manager or a deputy manager, doesn't matter. If you're saying that you're going to give me a flat price, write it and give it to me. Because if something goes wrong, at least I can go to file a case against you. If they are just saying that, no sir, we'll provide you a good service, a good support, this crap, don't do it. You'll be losing money. The banking charge, I can say it like, okay, it's a scam, right? When a person says something and does something with you on a commercial side, and you are maybe in loss also, you may not have got the benefits, even then the bankings will do this. So whenever you're picking any bank, I'm not saying that, okay, these are the banks whom I'm recommending is like a super banks. There may be something, because it's run by people. So people can be wrong, people can be in any place. But the thing here is, I faced very badly with the company, and I think it was from, I don't know what branch it was, but yeah, typically very horrible bank. The branch, along with that, the person whom I was having a conversation with, he was terrible. He didn't have any idea about export-import business, and he was advising me about the charges. He's telling me how the routing happens. See, I want to know how much charges, why are you charging me so much? That's all. I'm not asking you like how do you do your internal banking operations. So that crap is not required. So do not get onto the stories. So what I'm saying is, talk to a bank as a straight line words. How much you are charging? What are my total costs? Is there any additional charges you are going to take? So why I'm saying transparent, because I didn't get to see that on ICICI Bank, but you will get to see when you have a conversation with those guys when they come to your place, or else you go to a branch, they will give you a whole brief, and ask them for a website copy also. So check with them like where exactly the prices are mentioned. I couldn't see it here. I don't see it anywhere, I think. They had a plan where they have mentioned the whole thing. How much is the price for it? Now I can say only apply now. So only if I apply, only then I'll maybe get to know it. So remittance, billings, bank guarantee. But one thing, ICICI Bank is good with the system. They are pretty good with the system. You just need to upload all the documents, everything will get approved, your amount is there, and even when you're shipping, your EBRC, everything is being taken care. But Kotak, yeah, it's a pretty good service, everything is upfront, prices are very decent, and the services are good, and you get a dedicated manager for your account, and then very well maintained. They proactively keep the relations, and they don't go disappearing. So, and they don't even change the key account managers often, which I've seen with ICICI Bank, the manager keeps changing. Same with IDFC Bank also. These days, IndusInd Bank though, you forget it. Every employee will be changing within a week. I don't know what's the problem with the banking system, as much they are focusing so much on insurance and other products. So they are very least bothered about the business, which is a core banking system. Okay. So here coming to digital solutions, you can check what all the digital services they provide. FX Live is a Forex Live, which they provide you for rates. You can click here. Okay, nothing is found, but still, sometimes everything is broken. E-Shift, Advise, E-Banking. So these are the digitals, and bank guarantees and LCs. That is something which is being provided at a very good price. If you want to get the things done at a very good price. And then import-export services, everything from issuing a letter of credit, if it's a issuing bank. If you don't know what is LC is, then there is already a video. But Madhusudan's comment was on LC, so he has already watched the video. But when it comes to properly getting into LC, if you have not watched the video, please go ahead and watch the video. So handling advance import bills, direct payments, bank-to-bank collection, documents. Because in LC, these are the major parts, because all your documentation, courier, what you do, that is done through a bank. You need to have a robust bank where, like any government banks, especially Bank of Baroda or something like that. So very slow. I have faced very big problems with them. Then again, arguments with and whatever I'm sharing here, it's my opinion. It's my thought on those banks. I'm not discarding or saying that, okay, this bank is bad or good. Don't go my words. Do your own studies and experiments, and then pick a right bank. And bank also don't need to be offended about this, because the bank should take it as an input, because I was your customer and you lost me, and you'll be losing some more if you keep providing shabby services. Okay. So when it comes to key features over LC acceptance, you will get informed saying that, okay, once the LC has come to your account, if it's an advising bank or if it's an issuing bank, you will get a message instead of you calling to the bank and saying like, sir, did you get my LC advice? So these are all informations what you get. WFC accounts. This is very important. We'll discuss about WFC account in upcoming videos when we are discussing about the banking services. But WFC account is something which is very good. And if you're getting a Forex currency and you don't want to, in a short form, if I have to tell you what is WFC account, when you are getting a foreign currency and you don't want to convert it to Indian rupees immediately, then you can hold that currency in Forex itself. So that conversion, and see, for example, if I'm an importer and an exporter, I have to get the payment from someone and I have to pay the payment for someone in USDs. Then why do I make a double conversions? Because conversion is my loss as a businessman. So what I do is I get $1,000 or $10,000 on payment from US, and I have bought some, I have some import bills coming from China. So I have to make the payment in USDs. Instead of me converting into rupee, again rupee to dollar, that's a loss for me. So what I do is $10,000 is in, $5,000 I have to give away for a Chinese party, then move it out. So as simple as that. From your FFC account itself, you can make the payment. So that's simple. So just as a normal concept, if I have to brief. So you can, in a banking video, yeah, we'll do a full study there. Handling your advance exports, export bill collections, pre and post shipment finances, everything. So these are all the processes as an export import service this bank is offering. And other remittance, inward and outward. So freights, royalty, technicals and all of that, basic stuffs. Now this is what we are going to discuss. So this is one of the thing which I can see it on Kotak Bank, but other banks you need to get it checked. Something similar should be the structure. And if you get something, please share it with me. You can take an opinion from my team or me and then take the things forward from there. Okay. Global Trade Current Accounts, that's a name, that's the account what you need to open with Kotak Bank. So quarterly, like that's a limit where you can do 50k of transactions exim, export or import, and this plan is for Pro, that is Elite. Elite is around 100k and 250k is for Ace. So these are the premium services. First comes is the inward remittance. Nothing, they are going to charge nothing to you when it's a inward. Doesn't mean that they are going to give you a better pricing. They will convert it at a margin because, as I said, no banking system is a charitable fund. It's a business. So they have to earn something when you are getting an inward remittance. The money is coming to Indian market. So they will not, their buying price and selling price will be always different. When you are buying the dollars, your prices are higher. When you are selling dollar, then the prices are lower. That's a difference is the profit for the bank. Okay. Then FIRC, if you want any inward remittance certificates, you will get it. So there will be of no extra cost. EBRC, many government banks still gives charge me for EBRCs. Here is nil. Export LC advising. Okay. So issuing bank, advising bank, I think you would have already watched about it. Who is a issuing bank or advising bank? So that is again nil. So you can take a number of LCs, you can take advice, there is no additional charges for it. Courier charges domestic, 100 rupees. If it's a bank guarantee or something, then you can check this. Export collection bills, LCs, non-LCs, 500 rupees. Courier charges. If you go for on a higher end, your prices will drop. That's the whole concept here. But you need to be sure. See, I don't say that bank shouldn't charge me. See, it's a bank, it's a business. They have to charge me. They are a service providers, end of the day. But the thing here is, without saying me if they charge, that's a cheating. That's what I call scam. You have cheated me. Instead, you tell me upfront what's the price. If it works for me, only then I'll come to you, or else it's okay. But this transparency is not with HDFC Bank. They don't put up the prices upfront. They do all the business and then they will come up saying that, okay, this is how we have been playing around. So that's not really works. That's something we call it as unethical businesses. Courier charge, international 500, 500, 500. This is the courier charges is something like, okay, you submit all the documents to LC, to the bank, and these guys will collect all the documents and send it to the counter bank, whichever is the buyer's bank. So that's the 500 rupees charge they do. Onward remittance, outward remittance, advance payments for imports per bill. Direct import bill, import bills for collections, LC or sort of that. Foreign bank charges, 700 rupees per message, 750 rupees per message. Shift charges, nil. Okay. And other routing charges, 1,500, 3,000, 5,000, something like that. Okay. So what I suggest, is this all the charges? Maybe additional. Please go and check with the bank. These are the normal standard charges what an importer or an exporter have to deal with. But when we are discussing about banking, banking fees, banking charges, we'll go in deep one-on-one and say like, okay, what works. But when you're saying like, okay, I got a comment, so I wanted to make a short video on this. So this is good. And when it comes to IndusInd Bank, super flat pricings, loans are easy, everything is easy. Banking service is horrible, pathetic. They are dead dogs, if I have to say in that word. So they have a good product, they have good service, they have a good pricing, they have a good plan. They offer you a flat pricing for a year. That's a very good pricing what you can get it in the market. For a whole year, they will give you a flat pricing. You just tell them what is the turnover that you are expecting. Rest all something they can manage it for you. They are a very good service. But what's the use when they don't respond to you? You don't get dedicated managers. There is no response. Every week the managers will keep changing. The employees are inconsistent. I go to a branch, I meet a manager, I build a repo, I say this is how my business is. Again, I have to do the same exercise next week because the manager has changed. The employee retention system is pathetic in IndusInd Bank. You cannot rely on them. The prices are good. If your main criteria is only pricing, however the services doesn't bother, then yeah, IndusInd Bank is your bank. But people like us, when we are exporting, when we are importing, there is a time sensitive thing. I can show you a message on my WhatsApp system. In November, I have asked him for $86,000 inward remittance. I wanted the conversion. And I have asked for some LC advising and all of it. Even today, he has not responded. When I go to the branch, he says like, so that number is deactivated, I don't have that account. And the same day, I had to call till the regional head, zonal, regional, cluster, all the heads. I spoke to everyone and I blasted them. They said, this is how your services is, and please don't come to me asking business because I can't give you business because I don't work with this level. See, these are all, IndusInd Bank is a private bank, but they operate it as a government bank. They don't care about customers. They hardly reply back to your messages. And employees are jumping like this. Every day there is a change. And some guys though horrible, they don't even respond to your messages. They are so-called regional deputy managers or regional relationship managers and all. There is zero relation what they can carry for the customer. But yeah, prices wise, yes, pretty good pricing, flat pricing. They have one thing which is called as $1 account or something. That's a name of the account, which we had before. We had a very good operation, but recently last 2 months or something, we have closed all transactions with IndusInd Bank. I mean to say we didn't close the account, but we are not operating there anymore. So it's a $1 accounts. That's the pretty good account what we had. See, it's all on the people, buddies. Whenever you're working with any bank, if the bank is giving you a better pricing, if the person is good, he's responding on your call, if he's giving you the right services on time, even if I have to pay something extra, I am still okay. But I need to know how much I'm paying extra, okay? So that's one of the main thing, because many banks will play around with it. So what I suggest is, I want robust, prices are a bit higher, still okay, but I get a dedicated calls and I don't need to go to bank every time. So I want to do it everything online. Then ICICI Bank is a first option. Okay, I'm okay to go a branch, submit it offline, that's still okay. Prices are okay. Transparency is one thing which I look at. Technology is fine because anyhow my regional branches doesn't really support that way. So you can pick Kotak Bank. If your primary intention is okay, however the worst services, I still want the cheapest price, go to IndusInd Bank. These are the top 3 banks which I can put you saying that these are pretty good. And there is one more bank which I missed is the IDFC Bank. You can go for IDFC Bank too. Even they have a robust system. Again, same employment issues. Every manager is like changing every time. Okay. Simple as this. You can pick any accounts, buddy. There is no difference there. The only thing is how much they are charging, how much they are going to take, and what are the fees, structures, and all of it. Based on that, you can take any bank account. And even ICICI Bank offers you with premium banking services. Even that's something if you guys are looking for. So I don't see they have, yeah, it's here. Go to trade services. Any bank, it's the same thing. Trade services, import, export, remittance, bank guarantee, online trade portal. So prices are okay. Not, I don't say they had a great pricing. I have never done forex trading with these guys. But yeah, it's a good bank, good services, relationships are taken care, all pre-credits or post-credits or shipment loans and all of it. Because they are backed with a very huge funding backup, so loans are a bit easier. But majorly their intention is not to sell the banking service. They will be keep selling you the insurances. Soon you ask them for any kind of a service. Because these days they don't have a banking targets. They have an insurance target. So these days bankers are no more bank. And they have auto swipe. So if your money is more than 2 lakh or 3 lakh in the account, you can swipe it to the FD automatically, and later once the check or money thing you need, it will be auto debited from the shift account. So this sweep option is pretty good. And multi accounts, trade accounts. So you need to check on the pricing, but I think we have an account here, but I don't know what's the payment structure. I can't see it here. But yeah, you can visit the bank and check, because these are the top banks at the moment, which I say. HDFC is eliminated because they are very unethical. So that's the reason I dropped them. But these are all the banks which you can really work. ICICI is pretty good here. Prices is not my concern. I need the service on time. So you can go on ICICI Bank, or you can even pick Kotak Bank. These two are good. If you want a third option which is cheaper, then go to IndusInd Bank. And even many times, if you have a very good volume, right, Kotak guys will offer you saying that, sir, you tell me what the price you want, we'll match it. But you can tell the bankers not to match it, you can go lower than that. So they can do a better pricing. So every bank needs a business, but on ethical front, Kotak is good, ICICI is good. You can try this out, and then later if you want some other, your priorities are different, then go with the smaller banks like IndusInd or IDFC. HDFC though is like, yeah, if you have a good relation, if you have a good opinion on them, yeah, go ahead. No issues with that. Okay. It's all a pretty good bank system which we had prior. But yeah, suddenly people changed, everything changed. So drastically the response also changes. Okay. Even if they have started something like online, we are not using online, so I don't know. But if you want, the bill submission is not online. That's what I am very clearly aware of. But still, if they have changed something, please go and check if your banking system is providing. Apart from that, pick any other banks. It's absolutely fine. Okay. So these are pretty good banks to work with. And when I do a complete video on banking system, I'll disclose what all the mistakes, what you guys can do, and how do the bank guys will play around with your money. So I'll disclose each and everything. So keep watching the videos. Subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed. Hit the like button if you like this video. Catch you up next. See you there. Bye-bye.